Becoming a Better You podcast, episode 18. Welcome to the Becoming a Better You podcast. My name is Monica Brooks, and I'm a self-improvement enthusiast who is eager to share tips and strategies to help you become the best version of yourself. As an inspirational speaker who transitioned from a corporate career, I'm here to guide you on your journey towards enhancing your overall human experience. If you're ready to take the first step towards becoming the best version of yourself, then you're in the right place. Let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. It is January 2024 as I record this, and Happy New Year, the first episode of the new year. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but December 2023, it was my 1-year anniversary for my podcast, and it went by so quickly. And one of the quotes I love whenever you're trying something new is that time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well just do it. So I'm excited that I've hit my 1-year mark and I feel like full steam ahead. I have a lot of great content planned for you all in order to help you become a better version of yourself. With that said, I want to read to you something I have on my mirror. It's probably been there for at least 2 years. And I received this when I ordered a necklace online, and I just loved what it said. And it's a perfect tie into the podcast too. It says, I am becoming. I am always in a state of becoming who I am now and who I am meant to be. It's never complete. It's ever evolving. With love and ease, I give myself permission to become more me every single day. So that is such an encouraging thing to see every morning. We're never there, right? Like we're never at this destination. It's like we're always going to be evolving and changing. And once you accept that, you can step into your shine, step into your greatness, and become continually who you are meant to be. So today's topic, I want to talk to you about 5 unusual morning habits you can start with. Now, you're going to hear some of these and be like, well, that's not so unusual, Monica. Well, maybe it's unusual in the sense of you've never tried it before. Some things I do think you're going to find unusual, at least maybe 2 of them, and we're going to get into those. But 3 of the habits that I have listed don't cost any money. You can start them today, and I can truly say that they have changed my life. So listen today with an open heart, an open mind. Don't try to do all new habits in one day. Maybe just even pick one and see how you feel. I want to share with you the old Monica. Like before I changed my morning habits, what did it used to look like? And what it looked like was I would wake up in the morning and be ready for my cup of coffee. Now, I am married to my wonderful husband of, 11 years. I think it's 11 years now. And some people would say that I'm spoiled, but I can honestly tell you that I am loved. I am loved unconditionally, and he always has my interests at heart. So much so that he makes my coffee for me every morning and he brings it to me while I'm in bed. Okay, so that has all changed. He's still the nicest guy I've ever met, but I don't go straight for my coffee in the morning. I'm going to tell you why. Like I just shared this with him last week because I was comparing how do I feel in the morning now when I wake up. When I was waking up and the first thing I wanted was coffee, I called that a desperate state. I was desperate for coffee. I was desperate for that coffee, like that first sip that you take, and it's so good. It's so warm and so comforting. And I feel like that is kind of like a negative energy. Like you're already in the negative in the morning, not the negative mindset, but almost like a deficit, right? Because you want something that you don't have, even though you know it's coming. And so when I realized like how desperate I mentally was in the morning for that first cup of coffee, I could really see the evolution of who I'm becoming now because of my morning habits. So it is a totally different vibe that I have. And I'm really happy that I made these choices to change my morning habits. Okay, so I want to get into a super easy habit you can begin with. I'm going to combine like 2 things into one. Okay, so the first thing I do when I wake up is I drink water. Like I don't mean just a sip because I'm like so thirsty from sleeping and all of that. I am intentional with like how much water I'm drinking. And I have the water set up the night before. I have it like in a container that keeps it cold overnight. And I intentionally drink a lot of water first thing when I wake up. So easy. Anyone can do this. Okay. The other thing I do in the morning is I say out loud, my son will say this out loud with me as well too. I say, it's going to be a great day. I don't just think it. I don't just try to believe it. Like hearing yourself say those words, it is so powerful. And the way that can change your day is you stop looking at the negative events that you have in life and you realize it is a great day. So for example, let's say you're on your way to work and you hit traffic and you're just like, oh my gosh, it's Monday morning, I'm hitting traffic. When you have the mindset it's going to be a great day, yes, the traffic may be irritating, but you become so happy that you made it to work. You made it to work safe. Like, how awesome is that? So it's like you begin to see the magic unfold in these little things that happen in your day that you would otherwise consider ordinary. They're amazing. You may have a lot of emails to get to. You may have deadlines to reach, but knowing it's going to be a great day, you start to see those things everywhere where you would have otherwise missed them or take them for granted. So I say drink water and say it's going to be a great day. We'll just combine that into like number one, the first habit. Easy peasy, all right? Okay, let's go on to habit number 2. Okay, habit number 2 is a bit weird, I think. And I think this is unusual because I have never really done this before. But I was listening to a podcast about how important your oral health is. And I was like paying attention because I've always had bad teeth, like cavities since I was young. I don't think we're really taught how to take care of our teeth when I was younger because I'm like one of 6 kids, and that was probably just a lot of kids to manage and to like look after each one. So tongue scraping is what I have been doing after I drink my water and after I say like my morning affirmation that it's going to be a great day. I go to the bathroom and I scrape my tongue. It sounds weird, right? Again, this may be completely usual and you're already tongue scraping, but if you're not, I want to talk to you more about that because our mouth is filled with microbes and about 700 species of bacteria and fungus. Now, just imagine overnight, let's say you get a good 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep. You wake up and your tongue does have bacteria on it. So I have been scraping my tongue for, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 months now. I want to talk to you about some of the possible benefits and also the benefits I have noticed as well. I first want to share this study with you, a study, and I'm going to link all of this information below. If you want to see the picture of like someone's tongue, that sounds so gross. It's more like a visual of like where bacteria is on this, I don't know what you call it, almost like a film, I guess. So this study looked at 21 different tongues of healthy humans, people who volunteered, and they noted on each person, each healthy person, these 3 bacteria were found on their tongues. The first one was actinomyces. I think I said that right. Actinomyces. The next one is Rothia, and the last one is Streptococcus. So like strep, the bacteria for strep. I could have easily butchered all of those. I don't know. Yes, you may brush your tongue, but the actual scraping of it, it probably takes about maybe 15 seconds. So I scrape my tongue with a tool. I'm going to include a link of a tongue scraper, like what it looks like as a visual. And one of the benefits my husband and I have noticed is that our coffee tastes better. Like you're getting that bacteria off. There's another habit I'm going to share with you, but just going back to the taste of like coffee tastes better. It sounds so weird, but we scrape our tongue, rinse our tongue scraper, scrape it again. I want to talk a little bit about another benefit according to the Ayurvedic medicine. If you're not familiar with that, I'm going to talk about it on a future podcast because I am learning so much. But practitioners believe that the tongue acts like a map to other body organs. So similar to reflexology, where, they map out your foot and certain parts represent certain parts of your body. They believe it's the same thing with your tongue. So when you're tongue scraping, you're not only getting rid of toxins within your body, they say, but you're also like massaging your internal organs by scraping your tongue. So that was what another practitioner had said as well. Again, I'm going to link these articles and the studies below in the description. Tongue scraping. Give it a try if you feel up to it. Okay, so the next habit is oil pulling. I had heard of oil pulling before, but I was extremely intimidated by it. What is oil pulling? And then we're going to talk about the benefits that they say this can do for your mouth. So my routine in the morning is I use organic coconut oil that I get from Costco, and coconut oil is like in a solid form until it's warmed up. So I'm taking a teaspoon of this solid coconut oil, I'm putting it in my mouth, I'm chomping on it until it liquefies, and then I'm swooshing it around in my mouth for up to 10 minutes. It says to start at 2 minutes, and then you can work your way up to 10 minutes. It was really gross at first, to be honest. Like just the chomping of the oil, it just felt it's like, okay, I don't want to steer you away from this, but it was almost like chomping on lard or something. Okay, maybe I did steer you away with that, but give it a try. If you're feeling adventurous, give it a try. So there are some studies that have been done to show the benefits of coconut oil being antibacterial. So they also have said that who's they, right? The internet. No, I'm just kidding. This is the University of General Dentists. That oil pulling can strengthen teeth, gums, the jaw, in addition to preventing tooth decay, dry throat, and chapped lips. Also, I will say that there have been claims that it can whiten your teeth, and I've definitely seen that in my own teeth, removing some of those stains. So I have been really happy with this process. Again, it was so hard to start, but now that it's just part of my routine, I don't think anything of it. So with coconut oil, one of the things about this is you can't spit it down your sink because it will harden in your pipes. So I keep a little cup next to my sink and I just like spit into that. Sorry, we're talking about spit on my podcast, but hang with me. Now, if all of this sounded really disgusting to you, I want you to consider an alternative that is easier to do. It's an actual product you buy. You can buy it at Amazon. I'll put a link below if you want to see what it looks like. But it's from Guru Nanda, and it has coconut oil in it, but also sesame oil and other essential oils too. And the nice thing about this is that it's already in liquid form, so you're not chomping on it. And the other nice thing, because of that, you can spit it down your drain and no harm done to your pipes. So that's a benefit, but it is more expensive than just getting coconut oil because it's their own little recipe they have for this. So the other nice thing about this is that it comes with a tongue scraper. So the one I linked to, this already has it. So if you're curious, I would definitely go with the one that is not the solid coconut oil form. Okay, habit number 4. Not unusual. Maybe you do it. I would say most people do this, but some do not. It's making your bed. Studies show that around 70% of people make their bed. And if you're the 70%, maybe you have already experienced the benefits. And if you're the 30%, welcome to my world where I did not really make my bed every day. So now I do. And it feels so good mentally. It's almost like starting your day in an organized manner. When I walk into my room later as well, it's like it just feels good compared to like it's almost like trying to work on an unorganized desk where it's just messy. You just get used to it and you're trying to work, you're trying to focus. But like, man, when your bed is made, I feel like it's just a game changer to my mood. Verywellmind.com says it's about setting an intention to do the little things that bring about an orderly, thoughtful, responsible, balanced, or successful life. So if you're in the 30%, take a few minutes. Time yourself. Like it takes me 2 minutes to make my bed and it impacts me the rest of my day, like in a positive way. So give that a try as well. It also says, because there aren't a lot of studies on this, anecdotal evidence supports the mental benefits, a feeling of accomplishment, a sense of calm. I feel like I can attest to that as well. Enhanced organization and stress reduction. So a really easy thing you can start today, tomorrow, whenever, to just add balance to your day. Okay, habit number 5. This is a really easy one, and I really encourage you to give this one a try. It is listening to something positive in the morning before you check your emails, before you get on social media. Set that boundary that you're not going to do those things until you've finished your morning routine and listen to something positive. It's so easy to get sucked into social media if you pull up your phone, get on Facebook first thing or Instagram. So I encourage you to try to not do those things. And while you're getting your morning started, listen to something positive. My go-to, and I'm going to put a link for this below, anything by Joe Dispenza, I'm like obsessed with because it has changed my life so much. It has changed my life in how I think, how I look at things, how I spend my energy, how to have a great day. There's so many amazing things. And the way he says things really breaks it down into like an easy way to understand. I have one of his books that I've read. It's called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Like, who doesn't want to do that, right? Like, who wants to create new habits? Who wants to create a better version of themselves? And some of it is a bit deep because it goes into quantum physics, and my brain just can't comprehend that kind of stuff. But you can still get the gist of what he's saying. So something encouraging, it could be a podcast, it could be a meditation. Just look up an inspirational YouTube video, and there are plenty of things, powerful, motivational, inspirational things to help you get your day started. I remember listening to, I believe it was the Mel Robbins podcast, and she had talked about how listening to birds in the morning, I think there was a study that was done actually, like how that is good for your mental health. Because research has shown that the more contact we have with nature, it's associated with a better body and better brain health. So when I think about that, I think about, man, and when spring comes and the first time I hear birds in the morning, I get so excited. I'm like, spring is here. Even if it's just listening to nature, give it a try. Listen to something that's going to get your day started on the right foot. Okay, so that is it for 5 unusual, perhaps maybe usual habits to try. When you're starting habits, don't try to do all of them. I had to slowly work my way up one at a time to incorporate these things. And now it's nice because if I don't do it for some reason, it feels weird. It feels off. One of the books I have, I think I've listened to the audiobook, The Atomic Habits. And he says, if you miss a habit, just don't go 2 days. Just if you miss one, fine, that happens, right? But don't go 2 days skipping an important habit that's part of your life. So with that said, I hope this episode has inspired you, has encouraged you to become a better version of yourself through your daily habits. That's it for today. Until next time. Bye.